Well, hello there, challengees, and welcome to the Always Better Challenge Show, the show designed to help you take steps today that lead to a better and happier tomorrow. I'm your humble host, Joe Bedford, and today's show is going to be, I did one of these before, I couldn't decide what to call it. We're going to call this the 5-minute book review. I'm going to do a few shows like this. So it's similar in length to our Turbo Boost episodes, but it's not really a Turbo Boost because it's a book review, so I'm calling it a separate thing. Before we get started, first of all, please subscribe to the show if you haven't already. Please consider signing up for our free email newsletter at our website, abetterchallenge.com. And if you're a podcast listener, please consider rating and reviewing the podcast. That's such a big help, and I would appreciate it so much. Now, to start, I'm going to start with a quote that was actually quoted in today's book. This quote is from Anais Nin, and she said, "And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom." And this quote fits perfectly in with the book and the subject of the book. Today's book, it's called about bobbling my words today. It's called You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. It's written by Jen Sincero. And I did reference this book already on a previous show. I'll go ahead and give away my ending right up front. I did enjoy this book. I would recommend this book. I'm going to start, though, with my few nitpicking criticisms of the book. I'm going to start with those up front, and then I'm going to tell you the many things that I really did enjoy about the book. Well, my first nitpick is one that I did expect going in, hardly surprising given the title of the book, but there is some profanity in this book. Now, I'm not a prude. I enjoy a good curse word as much as the next guy in the proper context, but I just feel like there's a trend where it's creeping into more and more areas where it doesn't really belong. For example, feel-good self-help books like this one. Call me a grumpy old man, but I could have done without that personally. My other minor critique of the book is that it is a little woo-woo at times, and heck, I'm pretty woo-woo, so that's saying something. And it did get a little bogged down once or twice, but overall, I've got to say this book was hugely inspirational. It was entertaining, which is not always common for these kind of books, and it was very thought-provoking. If I had to sum the book up with a quote from the book, it would be, "This is about getting mighty clear about what makes you happy and what makes you feel the most alive, and then creating it instead of pretending you can't have it." So that's, I think, one of her main premises. And Jen says that it's our subconscious that blocks us with programming, which is often from childhood, and that we're not even aware it's there a lot of times. And she says that most people are living in an illusion based on someone else's beliefs, either your parents or society, and until you wake up. Her prescription is to go all in. She says you need to go from wanting to change your life to deciding to change your life. Another part of the book is one of my favorite ideas, the idea of taking a step back and looking at the forest, or to put it another way, to take a step back and look at those beliefs and actually see those beliefs for what they are rather than living in them. Jen also encourages you to drown yourself in affirmations, and I love that. I'm like her. I was skeptical of some of the positive affirmation type stuff when I was first exposed to it, but like her, I felt like I had nothing to lose, so I gave it a try, and like her, I did find this stuff works. I'm a believer in the positive affirmation stuff. Jen also reminds us that, quote, "Your brain is your bitch. Our thoughts are the most powerful tools we've got." Along these lines, she encourages you to ditch your junk food thoughts. She also encourages you to ditch the self-deprecating humor, which is sometimes just a subtle way of putting yourself down. She also encourages boldness, to see what you can get away with, and to say, "I just want to see if I can do whatever." Why not? Give it a try. So to sum this up, this was a very fun read, a very easy read, very inspirational, and I do give it a thumbs up. I guess that's 2 thumbs up. So Jen Sincero, the book is called You Are a Badass. I keep wanting to say How to Be a Badass for some reason. No, you are already a badass. Just get out of your own way and go with that. Of course, I am going to link up to Jen's book down below where you can purchase that from Amazon if you would like. Full disclosure, that is an affiliate link, which does benefit the show if you use that link. And so thank you if you do use that link. That's it for our 5-minute book review. As always, thank you so much for watching or listening. Please subscribe to the show if you haven't already. Please sign up for the email list at abetterchallenge.com. And please rate and review if you're a podcast listener. That's it. Thanks for watching or listening to the Always Better Challenge show. Until next time, I'm your humble host, Joe Bedford, reminding you, encouraging you to go out there, be your badass self, and make it happen.